Alright guys, so we've already gone through the unboxing of the Accelero S3. Now, maybe or maybe not you want to buy it, but you might be a little scared because you just don't know how to install it. Well, let's go over that real quick. First off, let's open it again. And I won't talk about everything that's on there, again, because I've already done the unboxing. So we'll just take everything out. And since I've already done an unboxing, I didn't put everything in there so pretty. So it's my fault that it's a mess. And put that aside for right now. You are definitely going to want to read this manual. So right here, they show you all the different cards that this works with. My particular card, the GTX 660 Ti, is listed right here, and next to it there's two asterisks. So they say on here to use with the S3 turbo module only, being that the card does get a little hot, so it can't be completely passive. Look at that. I have the S1, which will work. The time when I got this, unfortunately the S3 was not available just yet. So the S1 will work, the S3 is a little bit better, but that's okay. This doesn't go over how to take your card apart, so we'll just go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll come back to this in a second. So first off, alright, you are going to need a precision screwdriver. I just have a precision head on here, so we'll go ahead and take this apart real quick. Alright, and just to keep everything together, we'll just keep this over here. And what I like to do to make sure everything stays perfectly, in case I need to put everything back together, I like to lay the screws out the same way I took them out. Okay, card comes apart pretty easily, and then there will be a cable right here, a cord that you're going to want to disconnect. Don't pull it apart because you may break it. Just pull it apart with your fingertips. Okay, and we'll set the heatsink aside and take off any little thermal pad you might have on the memory. Now, for the thermal paste, you will want to use a paper towel and then clean it off with alcohol, but fortunately I ran out of alcohol, so I'll have to use toilet paper, which works, just it's not as strong. Alcohol would be to clean off the thermal paste just a little bit better. The reason I said paper towel or a cloth is now you have all this little gunk left aside. Toilet paper is not as strong. Okay, and I gotta check to see if I need to take this off. I believe I do, but for right now the card is bare, all good. I'll put this aside just for right now. And let's check out that manual real quick. For my card, I need one 1mm washer and then one 58.4 by 58.4 millimeter black foam. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. I'll put this guy aside. That's the main heatsink. But even though this might look like trash, it's not trash. Just put that aside. I'll explain what that is a little bit later. These are going to be your thermal pads. This is going to be the heatsink for the back of the card. And then we'll add some weight. And this is for retention. This is not very light, so take that off. It's not very light, so in order to keep it from bending the card or bending your PCI slot, this goes alongside the card, and this part screws into your PCIe expansion slots, and this holds a card from bending down. So we'll put that aside for right now, and we'll go ahead and just lay all of these out. Alright, and you might want to take inventory just to make sure you have everything for when you start building. So I'll just fast forward here so that you guys don't have to watch me do all of this. Alright, so it looks like everything they said was in here is in here. So we're good. Now let's move on to setting up the video card. So we're going to want to set up the mounting plates. These guys, two will come in the package. And so the mounting plates are going to match up with this right here. So they're going to go just like that on your video card, of course. Alright, so then for setting these up, you have to remember you need to use your washers. So there, you could space this metal from here. You don't want to short your card out. So let's find the 1 millimeter washer. Okay, that's these guys. And they come with little pads that you take off so that it actually sticks and doesn't move around while you're trying to install it. That would be so horribly annoying. So now, since I'm using the 4 section right here, the document shows that the mounting holes would be the most further out. They tell you in the manual here to use the black foam, the 1 millimeter washer, again for the GTX 660 Ti. So now we're going to put and now we're going to put the long screws into here, and we'll use the spacers, the 2 millimeter white transparent washers for this. And again, since we're going to the outermost, on the outermost right here, And we'll just tighten these, make sure they're nice and tight. Okay. Now we put this aside for right now. And now, yep, it actually does look like I need to take this out. So let's go ahead. We'll just push it in. Clamp these together. And then we can push it out. We'll just repeat. Make sure not to hit any of these little guys here. You don't want to break anything. Alright, just those two. Put that aside for now. Now, we need to locate all the hotspots on the cards. So, it's definitely going to be the VREGs here. Then it's going to be the memory here. So we'll go ahead and put the thermal pads on those. And these will flatten out as you're installing them, or as you're applying pressure to them. Alright, and they are a bit sticky, so once you put them down, they're not going to fall out. See? Still all there. And you're going to want to do the same thing for the memory on the back. So we flip it around here, and maybe we'll take care of this one and this guy too. Alright, so now let's see, where do we want to go? So that foam will just lay on the back of the GPU, like that. And then for balance, you're going to want to put some pads here, even though there may not be anything there. And you are going to want to address the back of the memory. If, for example, there's memory back here, but not on the top that you can see, you're going to want to put the pads over there as well, just to cool the back. some over here. Just making sure we have everything covered. Here is where that clear stuff is going to go. This is to protect the entire card from touching this. You don't want it to short out. Alright, so from here what you're going to want to do is first line up where the screws are going to go. And now with a Sharpie, you just color on around the area where the pads are going to be. It's okay if it's not 100% perfect. Just try to get as good as you can. And now with an X-Acto knife, or in my case a pair of scissors, because I don't know where my X-Acto knife is right now, you're going to cut those spots out. It looks like some of it got stuck, but that's okay, because now at least we know where they go. So just pull these out for right now. You can lay them anywhere, just for right now. And you're going to go ahead and cut these markers out now. The best is an X-Acto knife, but again, I don't know where mine is. So we're going to have to improvise a little tiny bit. Alright, one down, bunch to go. Alright, so I have everything cut out. Now, well, I'm just going to take out all the little thermal pads. Just throw them aside for right now. Alright, so everything should line up perfectly to the way you had it before. And now we could put those pads back. And again, it's okay if it's not perfect. Alright, and then afterwards, and I say afterwards again because I don't have an X-Acto knife, this extra piece you're going to want to cut out. But again, we could leave that till last. Alright, so now let's see where we're at. Now we're going to want to join everything. So going to go just like this. So for my card, it is going to make it a little bit longer, or a lot of bit longer, but that's okay. It's going to stay cooler.